Hey guys, and welcome back to the Chocolate Suburbia podcast. My name is Carleen.
And it's your girl Rianne. And we're back with another episode. So in today's episode, we've named it In the Streets. For those who know, you know. That term basically refers to the dating scene. Out there is the ghetto.
It is the ghetto.
I'ma just pray for y'all. That's all I can say.
Y'all stay safe.
Seriously. So yeah, it's called In the Streets. And also because cuffing season is coming up,
bro,
we also thought this would be really good. Cuffing season, I don't even know where it originated from. I just know it's something that's been said for a while, a good few years now, to be honest with you.
Like around the block. We heard it around the block.
For real. And it basically is like, you know, like during the winter time, everyone starts going on dates and you see people with their new bays. And I think that's when everyone that's been in a relationship secretly kind of almost comes out.
No,
and then,
literally.
Yeah, and that's when like they start doing all the dating and stuff like that as well.
Especially because it's around Christmas time as well. And Christmas time is relationship time.
Yeah, for real. I mean? The Christmas markets, the winter wonderland, the ice skating. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's basically what cuffing season is. It's just dating or being in a relationship in the winter. And it also works well because of episode 5. Which was Am I Pretty Enough? And I know we touched upon, dating and preferences.
What is dating? Google's definition of dating someone is to go out with someone whom one is romantically or sexually interested in. So similar, like there's different synonyms. So like taking out, go out around with.
And you know what though? I generally think I don't want to say back in my day, but like I know that there's just a lot more stages in the dating game now based on like, or I don't know.
No, there is a lot.
Like from what people have said, I'm thinking to myself, what happened to just like, dating.
And then going out.
Yeah, or like meeting someone, dating, knowing whether or not you like them and then it being a relationship. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like I'm sort of like an old person in this sense because I'm just like, if I like you, you like me, it's cool, let's just go out. Do you know what I mean? In the same breath, I'm not like that at all. I want to think of myself like that, but I feel like I won't.
It's just like because nowadays when I'm speaking to like my friends and things like that,
there's so many
stages and I think to myself, whoa, hold on a second, like why do you gotta go through you just gotta go through
one step, but instead you're going through 10,000 steps.
It's like an obstacle course, and it's kind of like, well, do you want to be with the person or not? Do you know what I mean?
I feel like in today's day and age, that it's a lot for people to actually accept the fact that they like someone and be allowed and feel like they're allowed to tell them that they like them.
I don't even know though, because it's kind of like you've met someone, say if it's online or something like that, you've met them or in real life or whatever, if you meet them organically. Meet them, then all of a sudden it's like the texting stage. That's fine, that's normal. Then it's kind of like seeing each other. Okay, that's kind of that / dating, but not. And then you actually
not dating?
I don't know, but so I've heard.
So you've heard?
No, but it's true though. No, yeah, so
I would say it's texting, then dating, then relationship. Period.
That's what I'm saying. But nowadays it seems as though it's kind of like, well, based on like the dating scene in London anyway. Apparently. It's basically, you meet the person, then all of a sudden you're texting them, then you're seeing them, then you're dating them. Then it's kind of like you're dating, but you're not dating-ish or something like that. And then you're exclusive.
That's just
then
wrong. You're
exclusive, and then it's the relationship. But even if it's not the relationship, it may be a situationship if like after the exclusivity. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like...
No, I feel like you're going based off of Love Island. This is not Love Island.
Listen.
No, this is not Love Island.
No, but
it's just... I feel like in real time, real life, I feel like it's literally messaging, dating, going out. That's it.
Nah, some of the people that I've spoken to...
Like,
some of
they're
in the trenches.
There's
dunks.
There's certain months for the relationship to grow, I think.
What?
Yeah. I feel like texting stage, that's the first month. Second stage, that's the dating. Second stage. Second month, that's the dating stage. Third month, relationship, done.
That's how you'd want it.
No, I wouldn't want it like that because that's a bit too quick for me. Like,
so what do you mean? That's why you got all the stages all of a sudden.
I feel like the texting stage takes a long time in itself, and then the dating stage goes in gradually.
But the texting and the dating should be the same thing.
Yeah, it should be.
Surely.
I don't know. I mean, I understand. I've never been in that
Some
situation, so I
people,
actually don't know.
but some people kind of do like the texting, and then after a week of texting or something like that, 2 weeks after texting, then they'll date. They'll go on a date
Yeah,
with the
like two
person slash
weeks.
start seeing the person, and then after that, then they'll or maybe after the first date, it's a continuously of something like seeing that person. Then I
It's
don't
just
know.
long. It's just a
I
long
mean, I don't know
process.
how it won, but I'm
I
glad I'm off the streets, so I can't even see a thing.
Yes, she's off the streets for
But
real.
like
Nice
yeah,
for some.
yes, it is indeed.
I'm actually okay with being single. I'm in my single girl era and I'm living
That's
it up
fine,
as
girl.
I should. I feel like single
You're only
girls,
17 though, so
yeah,
you don't need to be in a
yeah,
relationship.
no, but at the same time, a lot of people in my age group or age category are only looking for relationships and only want to be in a relationship because that's the only way that they feel like they can function. But that's not me.
I don't
Well,
even know.
when it
In
is
today's
me,
society, it's just mad.
it's mad. It's actually nuts. I feel like it's society's pressure of being in relationships, especially around winter time. Well, that's me personally, but
Okay. But after being dating or courting that person, then you get into a relationship. I guess if you end up liking the person. But in my mind, I think 3 to 4 months is like enough to know whether or not you like the person. That's enough time. I don't know why. Like what?
no, I don't think 3 months is enough because you don't know that person like
What else
as
is there to know? If you're texting them every day and then you're going on dates with them as well and you're seeing them, what else could you?
no.
What more possibly could? That's the whole point of the talking stage. You talk about everything, and then you'll know whether or not you like them. Girl, what?
Mm-mm.
Uh,
Anyway,
anyhow,
Google's definition of relationships is the way in which two or more people or things can be connected or a state of being of having a connection basically an emotional and sexual association between two people basically. Synonyms for it: romance, a love affair, an affair which people should not be having, love or flirtation. What's the meaning of love, Rian? What do you think is love?
that oh,
Love is a deep question.
that is
I remember being asked that by a guy last year, and I was literally like,
that's
"Oh,
deep for your age. It's
I
only
know.
16. What are you talking about?
Where you be? Tell him the age.
Yeah, but
Oh
them
yeah,
know your
them
age.
know me age. Them do know me
Them did know
age.
your age.
Them did know my age.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, girl.
No,
Who's
yeah,
confessing
I
your
know.
undying love?
No, I
Listen,
literally did not know what to say. I was clueless. I was literally like, "What the
it's a
heck do I
hard
say to that?"
question, but I feel like when you're in love with
No,
someone,
no, 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 no.
it's hard.
Think
No.
about love first and then in love because there's two different definitions there.
Okay, so
In
what are you
love
asking me?
and in love is two different
Okay, so you
definitions.
can love someone, and I feel like that's just something like it depends because at the end of the day, I love you. Ew,
Aww.
I love you. I did love you. But like that's because we're sisters, we have that sisterly relationship. Almost like when it's family, you almost like not have to love them, but it's
You
just
do.
something that
It's an
comes
automatic thing.
automatic.
Love
Yeah.
is automatic.
Okay. It's automatic. But if you're in love with someone, that's a whole different ball game, and it's very, very hard to put it into words. Like I think it's one of those things when you're in love with someone, you can't like describe it. It's too hard to form into words because like there's just everything that can go into it. Yeah, so I'd be here for ages talking about what love is, and we ain't got time for that. So yeah, that's my answer. What do you think it is for you? I'm retweeting the question to you
I feel like love is
in the context of loving.
a
Well,
person
the two same being in love and
and
also
love in
yeah.
general. So I feel like love in general is caring for a person. Full stop.
So you just care for them.
Yeah, and
That means you love them.
no, genuine love, trust, care, um, like just genuine love in it still. So then, being in love with a person is, yeah, it's the same thing but deeper. It's a deeper form of love. It's a connection. It's
Don't use the synonyms.
I don't know. I've never been in love.
So yeah,
So
we'll
I
come back.
can't actually say that,
Yeah,
to be fair,
fair.
because I've never felt that.
Yeah.
So I think love in general, I've loved multiple different people. I love you. Oh, go. I would have said, go. I would have said in love.
Okay. Yeah, but like if you're in a
Like you have
yeah,
a friendship love, you have a sister love, you
exactly.
have a family love, you have
Yeah.
a mum and dad love.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
there's so many different forms of love. So
Yeah,
it comes in
yeah.
so many different forms. I say love in general is genuine care and trust, and yeah, I think that's those are the main two
The main
for
points
me.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those ones where it's kind of like you would do like
You
loving
would
someone,
do
you do anything
anything
for
for that
them.
person.
Like, yeah, you'll be
Yeah,
selfless,
yeah,
things like that,
yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Like
And I
show your
guess
affection for them.
depends, but like it's kind of like you just have an automatic love for them because you know that you trust them, you care for
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
you'll do those things.
yeah.
So it is similar to what you're saying. But if you're in love with someone, that's going to be a completely different ball
Ball
game.
game.
Do you know what I mean? Because you're romantically in love with that person.
That's fair.
So now that we've conquered all that and what it is, like the difference between dating and relationships, like the dating game is hard, man. I
It
think
is
for
really rough.
any like generation and
Anyone.
things like that, it's
Yeah.
very, very difficult. And I know the UK dating scene is just a shambles, bro. That's all I can
No,
say.
real. I feel like especially dating in the suburbs. How did you find it when you was when you wasn't cuffed? When you wasn't cuffed.
Interesting to say the least. You meet some interesting people when you're on a
The
dating
most
scene, man.
weirdest people.
Not even just only weird. It's just like,
Nuts.
can you let me finish?
Sorry.
Yeah. We're not at that stage where we can finish each other's sentences. No, it's just it's just interesting to say the least, and especially like dating as a black woman, as a black girl. I think it's just something where you're just like, oh my, you have to consider certain things, and similar to what you were saying, and like when you like someone or whatever, you have to
The
consider,
fact that
yeah,
it's like, do they date black
do they date
girls?
black
Do
girls?
they like black girls?
And like the whole dating scene is just something where you do consider that stance as well as kind of like when you actually do start talking to anyone outside of your race, um, it's kind of like they just say the weirdest things. Like I know there was just so many weird ones, and no, 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 and they'll just come up with the cringiest pickup lines as
Like
well.
what?
I know there was one girl actually. She was also black. She was in my uni accommodation, and she hadn't really gone on like dating apps before, and she went on Tinder. So Tinder's a well known app.
Dating app.
It's a well known dating app. Everyone goes in it basically.
It's
That's
just
what's
not for a relationship.
it's yeah. I feel like if you do find a relationship on Tinder, like yeah, good for
Wish you
you.
luck.
Like yeah, for real. Like because it's trying to find a needle in a haystack. That thing is changed from what it was basically made out to be from before. But the girl she made her first profile on there and she started like swiping on there. So I think I don't know how it goes. If you swipe left for if you don't like someone and then right if you do like someone, I don't know. I
No, I
can't
don't
remember.
know.
And she swiped on someone and then someone messaged her. The first thing that they messaged her is kind of like something something Terry's chocolate orange. So just I can't even remember how it fully went, you know.
What?
It was like they just go based on like obviously the color of your skin and then I'll just refer you to food.
To
Like
food.
my
No, this is
chocolate
my chocolate
bell, my
queen.
milk chocolate queen. And it's
But
just like
it's funny though because this is called chocolate suburbia.
yeah, true actually.
So it's
Yeah,
like
and
the
actually
same in the same breath. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
true.
Yeah, I was in a group. I was in a party. It was a house party at the time, and then like there was like five of us outside, and we was all talking and stuff, and then we started talking about like racism and stuff like randomly because there was like there was this one mixed race boy that was in the conversation as well, and then I was sort of sitting quite far away, but then like in the same area, if that makes sense. So then he was like, oh, Carlene, come here, like just sit next to like the group basically. And then I was talking to someone at the time, so then I carried on walking. So then I was about to sit next to the group, and then he was like, oh yeah, come here, my chocolate queen. I was literally like,
And it's
I was
so
like,
cringe.
literally. And then the conversation carried on, and then they were like, and then he was basically saying about how like he doesn't like dating black girls, but he respects them basically.
What does that even mean?
He respects them in the sense of like he respects what we go through, and is a lot more harder basically, but he just doesn't like us.
What did he want?
He prefers white people. It's his preference.
Anytime you say the word preference, though, I just think of episode 4. Like,
White
what
people
people
are my preference. Light skin girls are my preference.
That's actually hilarious.
I find it insane.
I mean, I feel like within the Black community, it's normal for us to be referred to as like chocolate. Like we call ourselves that. Our podcast is called Chocolate Suburbia, as you said, because we're calling ourselves that. Like, you know, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, like things like that. When it's from Black people and within the Black community, it feels fine. Like it's normal for us to say. But you know when other races say it, I don't know what, I just cringe.
Like it's actually
cringe. And like I know, like when I was like within the dating scene and things like that before, it was kind of like when people referred to me like that, oh my God. You know what? There was this one time I was playing Scrabble, yeah? Listen, I love Scrabble, okay?
Yeah, one thing about Rihanna, she's going to be playing Scrabble.
I'm going to play Scrabble. And I played with this person, I don't even know. It was a picture of a dog, and my picture came up because it connects to my Facebook. So my profile picture was up on there.
I think I know where this is about to go.
I'm minding my business, yeah, playing my game, thinking, yeah, this is all cool. And you can message people on there as well. So, and then all of a sudden he's like, they strapped up a conversation. I assume it's a he, based on how he was messaging, I think. So, he was kind of like, oh, hi, how you doing? I was like, yeah, good, thanks, kind of thing. And I think he was saying something about like a good game. He messaged and was like, oh, I didn't know ebony girls.
Ebony?
Yeah, ebony girls could have like boobs like mine, basically. Yeah. Now, number one, sir.
What the hell?
Sir. We do not use the phrase ebony ever.
What the hell?
Ever. Like, and I'm not even gonna get into the whole like nitty gritty of like where that word kind of like comes from and why he used that. And so it was just I was like, I ended the game. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna answer that. And number two, why are you like sexualized? Like I'm playing Scrabble. Like Scrabble. It's like what?
That's insane.
I was so perplexed, and I was just like, nah. You know what? Let me just end the game with you, and I'm gonna continue by my business. But that was just insane, and I just think to myself, like, why? But I genuinely was like, yeah, no,
that's insane,
sir. If you don't,
what the hell?
If you don't,
no, why are people so rude?
They're just so weird.
Like it's just insane. Like the fact that we even have to like, this is
like, and you know what, Leah? Let's unpack that, because it's kind of like
we're always sexualized.
And
fetishized.
Whatever that word is. Like people have a fetish,
like unnecessarily.
Yeah,
like, using that word is just, I'm flabbergasted at that.
No, like, and I was just
That's
like,
disgusting.
Oh my God. And it's so true, because when you are in the dating game as a Black woman anyway, anywhere you are, but I think especially when you're growing up in the suburbs and stuff like how we do, you do have that fear of like, okay, number one, does he like Black girls? Number two, if he does like Black girls, is it a fetish? Is it something where you have an infatuation just to say like, oh yeah,
I really like Black girls,
or like to say, yeah, I've spoken to a Black girl, or I've done this and this with Black girls. Do you know what I mean? It's just so weird.
That's insane.
And it's the same, like I know people do it with like Asian people as well. Like when I went to Thailand, the amount of people that just like had a fetish with like Asian people, and I was just like, oh my God, this isn't normal. I mean, for them, like, I feel like they'll profit off that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's just like, what the heck? No.
That's insane.
Like, you really have to be careful out here.
Real. Like, as you said before, like, I feel like when and if you was to go out with a white guy in the suburbs or whatever, or any race in general, you don't want to be fetishized. And especially if, like, they're going to call you names like that.
Yeah,
it's just wrong. It's just actually wrong.
Because you also, like, I know for me, like, when I would speak to like people outside of my race, it would be a thing of like, I'd have to consider those two questions, but also like, how would I fit in with like culturally, like friends wise, like within their life, like how would I fit in with that based on what I'm seeing you post on socials, or like just how you speak and your pictures on your profile, like, and like lad culture. Like if you're seeing them with friends, and sometimes, because like on profiles you can post videos of yourself, and if they're with groups of friends, you kind of see how they are, like they're drinking and like rugby culture, like I'm talking about Welsh specifically.
Yeah,
like you kind of I know I used to think to myself, like, how am I gonna fit in, like, with this kind of culture? Because I'm not someone that usually, like, does all the rugby and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's
And yeah,
insane.
there's just loads of questions. You have to be so
Yeah.
careful, like when you're considering dating
In
outside
general,
of your race. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It is
Because
like one
these
of the
men are
major factors.
scary. Let's talk about that. Men are scary. Don't trust men.
Carla's got some
I think I have a vendetta
I
against
don't even
men.
know what it is.
I've been
Who
hurt.
hurt you?
I've been hurt in the past, like real bad, real bad. I've been down bad for a guy, and he hurt me. That's why.
You want to talk about that?
No.
There's
Men
been
are
a
just
few.
trash. Men are
There's
just
been
trash.
a few. It's not just one specific.
So basically, if you really want to talk about it, let's go there. No, but seriously, I feel like when I was in secondary school, I just found it so hard to even, because a lot of people in my area doesn't really like black girls, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
So then I obviously found it a lot more harder because a lot of people my age were already doing stuff and like being in relationships, dating and being in the dating game. And then I felt like I was sort of like one step behind. So then when I liked this one guy, I was rejected by him. Anyways.
That's okay.
And that's okay. Yes, that is okay. But like when you're rejected, no one likes being rejected. Do you know what I mean? No one likes being rejected. And I think
rejection is the Lord's protection.
Oh. Now you preaching the word.
Purr.
Now you preaching the word.
Purr.
Wow.
User.
It's true though. And I just found it very hard, I think, looking.
There's no need to get embarrassed.
Let me not cry.
Girl. Stand up.
Girl.
Stand up.
Girl. No, it is a very hard situation to talk about, especially when you're being rejected multiple different times.
Yeah, Carla was down.
I was down bad, and that guy was
and I said to her, I was like, "Girl, move on."
I should have stood up.
You know what? This
is so shameful, and you know what it is.
No, but it's good to. I think it's good to speak about because a lot of people face that rejection, and I think it's something that you should be proud of that you're actually even speaking about it because a lot of people would just hide in shame and embarrassment and not say anything.
Yeah.
I think it's really really good that you're speaking about it. People find comfort in it. Guys, comfort in the comments. I don't come for you otherwise.
No girl. I don't need no one pity. I'm sorry.
But he was like mixed race, right?
He was mixed race, and I find that with a lot of black boys in general, when it comes to dating, I can't put it into words. It's very, very annoying.
Is it basically saying like within this area when you see someone that's black, like someone else that's black, and you do end up liking them in that way, a lot of the time they like white, the other race, white women, or light skinned black girls.
That's what I'm saying.
Or like Asian girls, like they won't go for the black girls.
Black girls, yeah. And I've had that multiple different times on multiple different occasions where it's a thing of you'll feel ignored, you'll feel so unacknowledged or like disregarded. Is the best way to put it.
Because they won't. They really won't acknowledge you. They'll come up to you and your friends, and then they'll just pretend as though you're not there.
This has happened to me multiple different times on multiple different occasions because literally, last year, these two white friends that I was hanging around with, and we was literally sitting on a bench, and then a black guy came over. And it was literally like I was not there. I was literally like a brick wall, flat out ignored. Like I just. And it wasn't even a thing of, you know how I get silent on like certain situations where I won't talk to people, like especially if I'm new.
Yeah, it's not an ignorant thing. It's just more so like you're nervous.
Like a nervous, but not a breakdown. Sorry.
I just have an image of you like sliding down the
Girl.
No.
No, but I was literally like, when I get nervous, I don't talk to people. But I was actually getting involved with like conversation this time, and he was asking them questions, not even me. Like I was trying to get myself involved, and even the girls was trying to get me involved, and he wasn't having none of it. Like I was not there to him. Like I was literally
blending with the bench,
real, and the bench was brown too. Do you know what I mean?
Camouflage.
You know what I mean? And then like there was literally another situation that happened the other day where it was a thing of like again it was the same situation. Me and my friends, me and my two white friends was sitting on a bench, and then a white guy came over, and they literally like they were joking around, and again I was getting involved in the conversation, and he just wasn't acknowledging me. I was flat out just not that. It was a white wall this time. It was a white bench this time. There was literally no excuse. Like, I'm the blackest thing there. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? And then you're still like not acknowledging me. Like, why do they do that? It's just rude and ignorant.
It
and
is.
like, it's literally like, bro, like,
It's
just
so
make it make
jarring.
sense.
Yeah, it's actually jarring.
Do you know what I mean?
But then in a way, sorry to cut you, in a way, it's almost as though like, I don't know what it is. I know I've been in a few situations, yeah, with my friends when I was younger. And like if there was like another black guy, that we'd seat out in the club or something like that. It's all, I don't know why I feel like there's eyes on me. Like my friends would just expect me then to like go towards that black guy and like us like
No,
do you know
that
what I mean?
happened to me.
Like it's almost as though they're
It's true.
expecting like, oh, there's a black person, so like
Yeah,
you need
you
to
should go
like now,
there.
you should now date them too, or like
No,
chat to them, and it's just like
it's like an automatic thing.
It's
I
like-
forgot about that.
it's
True.
like-
that happened a lot to me in school, and there was a time where there was a girl that had a black boy that was a friend, and she gave me his snap, and I was literally like, "Girl,
what am I meant to do with this?"
Exactly. I was looking at her, I was like, "Girl."
He was looking at your palm, looking at
No,
her,
I was
looking
like,
at your palm.
literally, no, seriously, and it was a thing of like, what do you want me to do with that?
Yeah, because
I just sunk into because you face so much rejection because they don't like black girls. You're just automatically thinking they don't like black girls.
Yeah.
So what's the point in this?
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I've just automatically sunk into the expectation that no black guy is gonna date me, like period. In around this area.
Okay, I was gonna say, but
Not
same
in general.
Okay,
But like at the same time,
dark
in general.
chocolate queen, you deserve a
Girl,
dark
bye.
chocolate.
Girl, bye. Girl,
You deserve
bye.
a king.
No.
A king that
Anyways.
worships the ground that you walk on.
Anyways.
Milk chocolate, buttercup, Reese's
Girl.
Pieces.
Girl. No. But I just feel so like cringed out at the fact that like it's unfortunate that I have to think like that because no one should ever have to feel like that or feel disregarded in this sense. And I made a TikTok video about this.
Check her out on TikTok, guys.
Check me out on TikTok. But I made a TikTok video about it literally yesterday, and it was sort of a thing of like, but last year I basically liked a guy that was in a group, and I read back on my diary, and I was literally basically saying like, surprise, surprise, he likes the blonde because she was blonde. The girl that
he liked
was blonde basically. And I just found it so hard to even like accept that fact and sort of like accept the fact that I can be loved, because I basically said to myself like, oh, like no, I couldn't fathom the fact that someone would like me in that way basically. So I sort of found it very, very hard to accept that and accept my self-worth. I have found that now, but I found it very, very hard when it came to that.
Yeah, accepting that you can be loved by like people, basically.
Exactly.
Romantically.
Exactly. And when it did get to that stage where I sort of was about to like go into a relationship, I sort of ran away from it real quick because I was like, self-sabotage at its finest, basically. And yeah, I don't regret it. No. It's just a learning curve, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That now I know that I can be loved. I'm like, okay, I can finally accept that fact now.
Yeah.
And like grow. It's giving growth.
For real. And that's another thing with like the black guys within like this area, like what within Wales or whatever, and the suburbs and things like that. Because I'm sure there's like loads of people or black guys where even if they don't like the black women, they prefer the other races, and that's fine. But then they'll always try and find a way to bring the black women down, even though we ain't got nothing to do with who they're dating, who they're seeing, anything like that. And it's just insane because it's kind of like, we're minding our business. You like who you like. You have your preference.
Do what you want to do.
Do you? But like, why you gotta bring a black girl down to like try and raise yourself up, especially if they're like within a group setting and they'll see another black girl and it's just like, bro, what the hell?
No, that happened to me because I was in a group. Last year I was in the most toxic group ever. It was sort of like a mixed group. There was like there was two mixed race boys. I was the only black girl in that group, in that whole group setting. A whole lot of white people and one Asian girl. That was the mixed it's gonna get anyway. So then
Most diverse.
Yeah. It's the most diverse it's gonna get. But I basically liked this guy, and just before I joined the group, they basically referred to me as a boy, and to be specific, is KSI's brother. So if you don't know who KSI is, he's basically a YouTuber. He's just recently become a boxer, and he's a black YouTuber, and he has a brother who does similar things as him. So he does YouTube, gaming, whatever. So then that's who they refer to me as just before I joined the group. And to be honest, it was the most...
Who said it though?
It was a different guy. It was a white guy.
He referred to you as KSI's brother?
Yeah, Deji.
Okay.
So then when I was referred to as a boy, it wasn't the most pleasant experience.
Of course not.
Looking back on it now, I am still very much hurt by it.
Of course.
Because I don't have any boy features, and it took me a long time to accept that.
Yeah, and you weren't even wearing anything.
I wasn't wearing... to describe Deji, actually, he is black, short hair, and
KSI's
he wears
brother.
and wears glasses.
Okay.
And I said in my diary, and I quote, "I'm not saying that I hate the blonde girl, but I just find it annoying that she is prettier than me because she is blonde, white, with blue eyes, and I'm perceived as a boy because I'm black with short hair and glasses." Yeah. And it's a very unfortunate situation because I know that I'm not the only person or only black girl that has probably gone through that.
Experience that, because they prefer, if they don't find black people attractive or black women attractive, any guy, any race, if they don't find black women attractive, they'll just find a way then to bring the black women down. And it's kind of like, I don't know what it is that you're doing to try and stroke your ego, boost your validation in regards to your group and things like that. But I don't get why we as black women then are referred to as ugly. An animal, to have boy features, where this and this, and it's kind of what the hell?
Exactly. Because where is it coming from? We don't need to have hate in order to feel okay about yourself. It just doesn't make sense to me, and I don't think it ever will make sense to me.
But it's you've endured a lot of hardship in regards to those kind of things as well, and I don't know.
It's just unfortunate. I'm at this point, I've never actually spoken about this out loud. So speaking about it out loud is a lot more ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's set in stone. Yeah.
I'm sort of yeah.
Don't cry, girl.
I'm not gonna cry.
Don't cry.
I'm not gonna cry.
It shows a lot of strength at the end of the day to be able to speak your truth. Actually, for real, not even trying to be thing. It generally does speak a lot about you, how strong you are and the hardships that you have endured, because you've experience things
that are not normal
and that no one should ever have to go through, and then makes you question your beauty. Do you know what I mean? You're a beautiful person inside and out. So Thank you. It's a shame that those boys, because that is what they are at the end of the day, they are little boys, will say things like that because there's no need.
No, there isn't any need, and
it's a shame that you was on the back end of it. And I was sorry to hear it back then, and I'm still sorry to hear it now, and the fact that it's still affecting you as well isn't something, because you're going to be scared.
Of course, especially being the only black girl, because you can only back yourself up in that situation.
Yeah.
And I want to emphasize on that, because being in a mixed group is not for the weak.
Yeah.
I just want to emphasize on that. So if you are a black girl that has been in that situation where you're in a mixed group, I'm so sorry, deeply, because it is a very, very hard... Ooh.
Take some deep breaths, girl.
Sorry, I had to get a character for a second.
No, man. Yes. It's obviously still affecting you at the end of the day.
And I didn't realise how much how much it has affected me until today. Yeah, man. That was just... I just underestimated how traumatized I am from that.
Yeah, it's not until you start talking about it do you
Yeah.
actually realise, like, the actual severity of everything
course.
and the extent of it.
Of course. It's just hard hitting.
Yeah. And you would think being in a mixed group like that with other people that from other races, that they would be able to back you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or, like, you'd have some kind of support.
Of course. But I didn't. And that's even including the friendship group, my actual friendship group in the school at the time.
Yeah.
Like, even they couldn't back me up. And it just shows the characters, to be honest. And, you know, I'm not hating on them. Like, I wish them all the best. And that's all you can do.
And that's strong in yourself, because I would have said...
Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't.
Yeah. Say in your mind, not in the mind.
But do you know what I mean? Like, I said my goodbyes from within, and I've sort of, like, I thought I accepted that fact. Well, I technically sort of do accept that fact, and I move on, and I continue, and I grow.
Yeah.
So that's all you can do.
Exactly. Exactly.
But yes, moving on.
Dating within, like, the black community.
Yes.
I think it's something where... I don't even know, you know.
It's the ghetto.
I think all the dating...
Game is the ghetto.
The streets is the ghetto.
Bro.
It's tough. Because the expectations are so different when you're dating within your race, I think.
Yeah.
Especially, like, within the UK scene anyway. I can't really talk too much on it, to be honest with you, because I've not really had too much experience with it. But, like, when I have gone on, like, dates with black guys before,
how was that?
It's just a different ball game. One of them, oh Lord, that one was traumatic, bro. I ain't even gonna go into detail with that one. That one was traumatic for me in just the sense of, like, what the hell?
It just makes you question, like, what the heck just happened?
Yeah, because it's kind of like, oh my, I don't know what
happened.
I can't even describe it. It was just his attitude and
his persona,
and I don't even know. But listen, all I'm gonna say, yeah,
men are scary.
Nigerian men, frightening people. That's all I'm gonna say. Nigerian and Jamaican men, they're frightening people. I'm gonna say, be careful out there, man. They are frightening people. I'm so glad mine is not. Oh Lord. There's also another time with another Nigerian one. You just have to be so careful with the Nigerian
guys. Nigerian guys are scary.
They're so
Jamaican men are scary.
Terrifying. They say that other nationalities are also...
Cameroonian guys are scary.
Is it Cameroonian? Oh. No, but they just say some of them.
No, yeah. I definitely know Jamaican guys are scary. But no, Nigerian guys... I feel like Nigerian guys have a bad rep. I still haven't messed with
for good reason. Them ones are devils, man. You ain't even gonna...
Not the D word. Not the D word.
Okay.
Not the D word.
Them ones are...
The God is our refuge. Period.
For real. That's why only God... You have to pray to God when you're dating a Nigerian.
Bye.
No. Oh Lord.
Is it actually?
Listen, the only ones that I can actually, like, fend for is Ghanaians. Yeah, that's
just because of your guy.
That's the listen.
Not her chuckling. Stand up.
I can only vouch for them so far, for real.
So honestly, far, you know.
Proper gentlemen's.
Sorry, going back onto the preferences. Like, I feel like there was this one time though. I feel like they just... It's so, like... I've said what I said, done. When it comes to black boys. When they say, like, oh, I don't date black women, that's it. They say it so blunt and done.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, I basically was in, like, this youth group when I was in last year. And they basically... We was all sitting around in a circle, but we was talking about, like, dating... Like, what their dating preferences was, right?
Okay.
And someone that I was in a talking stage with at the time, one of his friends, we was sitting in a circle, and then one of his friends decided to say, like, oh, what's one of your guys' dating preferences? Then the other friend piped up and was like, I can't say anything because me, may get offended. Right?
Oh. And
there was 2 white girls by his side, either side of him.
Mm-hmm. Like one pimp.
Yeah, but I'm telling you. I'm telling you. No, seriously. And there was these two white girls that was next to him, and then all of his other friends was around him, right?
Okay.
So then he was like, someone, and he did like the two eyes on either side of him. So I thought the white girls was gonna get offended. Then he said, I can't lie. And then he looked at me, and I was like, I know what's coming.
What did he say?
He was literally like, he put his arms out. I was like, I can't lie. I only like white girls still.
Stop it!
I said,
No!
and then,
What the heck?
when he said that, I was like, oh.
What the
I
hell?
know. I was literally
No,
like,
did he look you in the eye when he said that?
yeah, man. When he said that, I was sort of like, bro, like, you didn't need to. That just tells me a lot about the friendship group. And that sort of put me off a little, because I was like, I sort of had my backup, because you have to watch about their friends rather than the actual person itself.
You have to watch the person and their friends, bro.
All of them. You have to watch all men. They're scary. So.
But they say also, like, Arab men are to be careful with as well.
Really?
They say, yeah. I think I've seen it on TikTok or something like that somewhere. They say you have to be
That's
careful.
insane.
I've actually never spoken to an Arab person, I don't think.
I feel like my preference is Asian guys.
Really?
I think I have an Asian guy for no.
Ooh.
Not the F word.
Why did you...
Not the F word.
You just have a strong like towards Asian people. Asian men.
Yeah, Asian men.
If you could describe, like, your perfect boyfriend for cuffing season.
No, joking.
It just means black and Asian.
Yeah.
Together.
No, I feel like a tanned Asian guy, like
Tanned Asian?
yeah, so like he has nice, cute
What
skin.
country?
Charlie. No, I feel like
If y'all could see Carly
no.
right now, the way how she's wrapping her finger around her hair, you know.
Girl, what hair is short? I look like Deji.
Oh.
Trauma as a joke. Trauma as a joke. Anyway, no. I feel like Filipino guys.
Filipino, okay.
I feel like Filipino guys do it for me because they dress so cute. And then I have to say Nigerians.
You what?
I'm sorry, but anyways, no, I'm joking. I feel like because I've only messed with. Oh,
I'm giving big side eye.
I've only spoken to in that sense Nigerian and Ghanaian guys. He was Ghanaian and Nigerian, very very brief, and Cameroonian. To be fair, I've spoken to a few, to be fair.
Okay, she likes the dysphoria. Okay, girl.
No, I'm open to Asian guys, to Asian baddies. Where you at?
Fair enough.
No, that sounds gay though. This, you know what? Cut the whole thing. Cut the whole thing. It's a wrap. Guys, we love
No,
you.
I'm
See
dead.
you. Bye. Deuces.
Oh,
No,
man.
I've been saying that the whole time as well, you know. You calculating, man. No, okay.
Like mixed people.
Mixed Asian guys, yes. You got the giggles, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, no,
for
man.
real.
I feel like that's my preference. What's your preference if you weren't dating your guy?
I'm gonna say black guys. That's
In
always
general.
been like I've
I
been
feel like that's-
open,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like black guys are my preference.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm
No.
open. I don't mind like speaking to others or whatever, but there's something about my chocolate mins.
But the same way that you don't like being referred to chocolate, why are you calling your
Well,
man?
I'm part of the black community, so I can say what I want.
Respect.
I
respect that.
For real.
Togetherness.
But so guys, we'll leave it there. I think, you now know who our what our preferences are.
Well,
Yeah.
what we stand for, what we don't stand for.
Period. So yeah, we'll wrap it up, guys. We hope you have a really good week.
Real.
And stay cute, stay safe out in the streets.
Real. It's the ghetto out here. Men are scary. Remember that.
Know your worth.
Real.
And yeah, keep your expectations high, ladies.
Yes.
Ladies and gents, keep your expectations high and don't expect anything less from someone that is not serving you.
Truth.
And on that note, we'll see you guys
in the next episode.
Bye.